In today's video, we are going to show you those rare and shocking moments, captured just seconds before disaster struck, and forever recorded in history. Moments when the earth trembled, buildings shook, fire and ice rained from the sky, and the ocean unleashed its unstoppable fury upon the shores. Watch this video till the end, because every second will astonish you and remind you how helpless humans truly are before the power of nature. Let's begin. It was a calm, ordinary day. A flock of birds was resting on high electric wires, forming a scene so peaceful it looked like nature's own painting against the blue sky. Everything seemed normal, until a single instant changed it all. One bird's wing or claw accidentally touched two wires at once, and in the blink of an eye, a powerful explosion of electricity occurred. Sparks flew, lighting up the air as if a miniature lightning storm had erupted in the sky. Fortunately, the incident didn't cause any large-scale damage. Electrical experts explain that when birds sit on just one wire, nothing happens. But the moment they touch two different wires at the same time, they complete an electric circuit, and thousands of volts surge through instantly. That's why this small mistake created such a frightening scene, reminding us how fragile life can be, even for the smallest creatures. Now look at this unbelievable footage. Scientists call it soil liquefaction. This was filmed in Japan, just moments after a massive earthquake struck. We usually think of the ground beneath us as strong and solid. But during powerful quakes, that same ground can suddenly begin to move, almost like water. In this footage, it looks as if the earth itself is boiling. Roads ripple, the soil shakes, and water bursts through cracks like fountains. What's happening here is that underground, layers of sand and water lose their grip due to the intense pressure of the quake. The solid structure of the soil breaks down, and the ground behaves like a liquid. Buildings that once stood firmly begin to tilt, sink, or collapse. Entire streets buckle and crack apart. In some areas, jets of muddy water shoot up from below, as if the earth itself is exhaling. This terrifying scene from Japan showed the world that the ground we trust the most can betray us in a single moment. Next, let's move to the city of Dallas, USA, in 2012. The sky was covered with dark clouds, nothing unusual. People thought it was just going to rain. But within moments, the rain turned into a shower of ice. Huge hailstones, far larger than normal, began falling from the sky. Some of them were the size of baseballs, crashing down with such speed that people ran for cover in fear. The footage captured by cameras was unbelievable. Car windshields shattered instantly. Roofs were punctured by the sheer force of the icy bombardment. Streets were filled with dented vehicles, broken glass, and piles of ice. The whole city looked like it had been struck by war. Scientists explain that such giant hailstones form when strong air currents inside thunderclouds keep water droplets bouncing up and down, freezing layer by layer until they become massive balls of ice. When they finally get too heavy, gravity pulls them down, turning a simple rainstorm into chaos. This Dallas storm wasn't just a natural phenomenon. It was a billion-dollar disaster. Insurance companies were flooded with claims as people watched their homes and cars destroyed before their eyes, unable to do anything but pray for it to end. Now, let's talk about one of the most shocking scenes ever recorded, when an entire building in Brazil suddenly collapsed in seconds. For families lived in that building. It was a normal day, children playing, women doing household chores, some people resting after work. Everything appeared calm, until faint cracks appeared in the walls. Moments later, a low rumble from beneath the ground warned of what was coming. And then, in an instant, the entire building shook violently, tilted, and crumbled into a massive cloud of dust and debris. People watching the scene screamed in disbelief. A standing structure had turned into rubble before their eyes. But there was a miracle hidden in this tragedy. Just hours earlier, the residents had noticed strange sounds and cracks on the floor. Realizing something was wrong, they quickly evacuated the building. That decision saved dozens of lives. If they had ignored those warning signs, the outcome could have been catastrophic. This terrifying footage became a lesson for the world. Sometimes, Just one quick decision can mean the difference between life and death. Finally, let's witness the most dramatic moment of all, the eruption of Japan's famous Mount Aso volcano. Security cameras captured the moment when the sleeping mountain suddenly awoke. At first, the ground trembled slightly, and a thin column of smoke rose from the crater. But within seconds, a deafening explosion shook the air. Flames and ash burst from the mountain's mouth, shooting high into the sky. Daylight turned to darkness as thick clouds of smoke spread for miles. The power of nature was on full display, unstoppable, unforgiving, and awe-inspiring. Local residents panicked, rushing out of their homes. Ash rained down across nearby towns, covering everything in gray dust. Experts later explained that volcanic ash contains tiny toxic particles and gases, making the air unbreathable and deadly for anyone nearby. If authorities had not evacuated the area quickly, hundreds of lives could have been lost. This eruption proved once again how a single instant can change everything. How the energy hidden deep beneath our feet can rewrite the landscape in seconds. Dear friends, these were the unbelievable moments, captured just before disaster struck. Moments that remind us how fragile our world truly is. Some of these scenes frightened us, some amazed us, and others taught us a powerful lesson, that in front of nature's might, humanity stands small and powerless. So the next time you witness a strange sound, a trembling ground, or a sign from nature, remember, even a single moment can decide the line between life and death. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from around the world. Until next time, take good care of yourself. May you stay safe and may nature always be kind to you.